Hello everyone, welcome back to the Budget Sportsman. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. It is the first week of our Pennsylvania rifle season here for deer, and this is my second day out. Saturday was opening day, and it was a crazy day. I sat in this spot, and by 8:30 in the morning, I'd already seen about 15 deer, 3 bucks, passed on the first one, and then shot the bigger of the second in a group of 2. And unfortunately, we tracked that deer for about 800 yards with very sparse blood in the snow. And the best that I can tell is that through the scope, I looked like I had a clear shot to his shoulder. But afterwards, when I looked at where he was standing, there's some branches and stuff. So the best I can tell is that I must have hit a branch. I'm telling you, that really took the wind out of my sails. And I was confident with the rifle I had a good rest. And man, really discouraged me. But I decided the only thing I could do is get back after it. And so I came back out in the afternoon, sat this spot, saw another 15 deer in this spot. It was incredible. Unfortunately, Saturday, I didn't have a good camera set up where I could film all the way around the blind like I needed to. So yesterday, I figured out after church, I figured out a good way to film. I'm much more happy. I think there's a better chance of me getting a kill on camera. But I've been out here for a couple hours already this morning, and 0 deer. Looks like a couple of does. I'm after a buck. But I'm just going to practice sighting up with the revolver. It's actually a doe and a spike, but they're both looking back behind him. Doe walked within about 10 yards of my blind over here. I think she's still right behind me, but my filming contraption worked great. Big buck.
Mer.
Yes. Well, guys, I cannot tell you how good that feels. This has been a rough season for me. First time in a long time I haven't filled a buck tag in archery. I hit a buck in archery, didn't recover it. Looked like a perfect shot on camera. Hit a buck 2 days ago here in rifle season, didn't recover it. And just laid the smackdown on what I think is a pretty big buck. Sat here for a while this morning with no activity, and then it picked up. I had the small doe and a spike come down through here. The doe was within just 5 yards of the blind. And then a little while later I was hearing footsteps, but I couldn't see deer. Saturday this hillside was covered with snow, but it kind of melted off on the south facing slope there. So I got over into my shooting position, and sure enough I started to see about 3 or 4 does. I think it's 4 does over there milling around. But I kept hearing footsteps. It sounded like it wasn't coming from where the does were. And all of a sudden I look over and I see antlers coming down the hill. I moved the camera over. I didn't zoom in, didn't have time to find it because he was coming right into my shooting lane. And once he got through that shooting lane, I had a pretty good feeling he wasn't coming toward any of my other shooting lanes. He was going to angle down. And so I just swung the camera over, got the scope on him, and I realized he wasn't going to stop. I grunted, shot, and he was hit good. And he maybe ran 20 or 30 yards at the very most and collapsed. The only thing that's bothering me is I can't see him from here. But I rewatched the footage on camera. I'm pretty sure you could see him collapse. I can't see him right here. So I'm just going to sit for a minute and make sure that he's not getting up or anything. But, footage and everything looks like he's toast. And I texted my dad. He said, "Is it a big one?" I said, "I'm not really sure, but he's big enough that I didn't hesitate." He looked like a pretty good buck to me. Looked like a pretty good buck. Well, I'm walking over here and I still don't see him. But there's a crest of the hill, and he ran what looks like over the crest of the hill. He would have been somewhere right in here, I think, because this was my shooting lane. He ran back this way where I knew I wasn't going to get a second shot at him. There he is. Right there. Oh yeah. That'll do. All right, so went home and got the family. We're about to go back and let them see the deer, and then we'll get it out of here and get it processed, right? You ready to go see it? All right, let's go. Yep, more deer meat tacos, that's right. Yep, it's a buck. I think you can. You can get over it. Come on, right there, that's... Yep, you can get over, oh, you can't get over this branch? Yeah. I'll help you over that one, buddy. All right. I'll help you, come on. There you go. Careful, it's kind of steep. You see the buck yet, Grace? Where are you at? I'm trying to point the camera at you, but you're hiding. There's 2. We'll go see it. You see the buck yet? What do you think, buddy? You want to touch the antlers? You don't want to touch this part right here? You can touch it.
That's just stinky scent on its tarsal gland, I think.
Yeah.
Is that a nice one? A nice buck?
We're gonna have it on taco. Where's the blood, Micah? Right there.
Well, after the season that I've had, I'm really grateful to have harvested this buck. I'm anxious to skin it. I think maybe it was already shot before. It looked like it was hurt a little bit. When I watched the video back, it kind of confirmed that, and then I'm pretty sure I'm seeing a bullet hole maybe in the gut. So I'm anxious to skin it and see what this buck has been through. But I'm really grateful to have harvested a buck, have my family with me out here for a little while, and for some more meat in the freezer. Thank you so much for following along on the journey. And until next time, remember to get off YouTube and get outdoors into God's great creation.